What about a settlement can make it great? Landmarks, people, surroundings, events, and just like in real life, the music that plays as you walk through it. Wait, is it not supposed to happen? I guess I just live too close to Macon. Anyway, Pokemon has almost always had memorable cities, and they serve quite a few purposes. They can convey the area's atmosphere, they can serve as a hub for events, they can host the challenges that withhold your progress until you surpass them, and they almost always serve as a place where you can replenish your party's health or your inventory. With that said, let's talk about my favorite towns and cities in Pokemon history. Geosenge Town is my dream home. It's a tiny village with a few small houses and a wannabe Stonehenge in the middle of town. That's all I can really say about it in this context. It also serves some story purpose, but otherwise the town is pretty much just small, calm, and peaceful. Do you think a Slowpoke would be tasty? If you have no problems with the ethics of eating a dopey Pokemon, then Azalea Town is for you. If you don't want a Slowpoke tail delicacy, you can always have Kurt make you some Pokeballs out of apricorns. Though, be warned, they aren't very useful under most circumstances. If you're journeying through the Johto region in search of the gym badges, then you still need to be here to challenge Bugsy. No matter what, Azalea Town should always be a Johto tourist destination. What exactly is it about Fallover City that I like? The water. That's it. It sounds stupid, but it actually has a huge impact on the area. Think, would you be as intimidated by the Mega Tower, probably, if it was surrounded by bright flowery fields? Would it be as tense if it was by some scenic canyon walls? How about if it was dead in the middle of town? The correct answer is no. That dark blue water makes that whole area of the game much more memorable. Also, these waters may, with some diligence, someday contain a legendary bird. Why are they here instead of Kanto? Apparently they just want to torment you for a bit by employing the tactics of the legendary dogs. It doesn't make any sense, but it is worth pointing out. I forgot all about this place until I listened to the music for it on YouTube. So, Canalave... Maybe it's like Cape Canaveral. So I knew Canalave City had to be on here. That is the one reason this place is truly worthy of merit. The Steel Gym is cool too, and the library. Oh yeah, there's also the move deleter. That's right. Thank God you can finally take Rock Smash off of Carl, your B-Barrel. It's notable for being an island town accessible only by surfing, and a port town, likely where the Sinnoh region gets all of its imports. Great plan, guys, great plan. You have to import your imports. Genius. It also has the guy that takes you to Iron Island, a blandly named yet neat enough side quest location where you can get a Riolu egg. Riolu, which you can't acquire anywhere else. You could feel it, just out of reach as you looked at that water in Pallet Town. You could probably see it like Cuba from Florida. That's right, Cinnabar Island was a promised land to you, but you had to earn your way there. You had to trek through the Kanto region in search of the Soul Badge, which was no small feat. But once you finally could surf, you were free, and it was worth it. Revive Lord Helix and your Aerodactyl named Steve, then venture into the abandoned mansion to find some pretty cool stuff. Then finally take on Blaine, the master of the Inferno. Then head to Lavender Town and rename your Aerodactyl because Steve is a terrible name. Get Carl too while you're at it. Fallover Town in itself is really nothing special. But it's sandwiched between two of my favorite places in all of Hoenn. Route 113 is an area coated in an especially awesome layer of ash from Mount Chimney, which reminds me of Morrowind, and it has one of the coolest songs ever. Meteor Falls is just spectacular. It looks great on the 3DS, and it's the only place where you can catch Solrock, Lunatone, and, once you acquire Waterfall, Bagon. So, because of these two areas, number 5 belongs to Fallover Town. I just couldn't leave out Goldenrod City from gold, silver, and crystal, though for me that would be soul silver. The music is vibrant, the radio station is here, it's a large, memorable city, and I like it. Also, we've got the return of Professor Oak, who now runs a radio station. Why he isn't doing his job professoring back in Pallet Town, I have no idea, so don't ask questions. I really like the swampy aesthetic of Pestering City. The Great Marsh holds some of my earliest memories of chasing around for a specific Pokemon, namely Kangaskhan, that evil coward who kept frickin' running away! There's really nothing else that's special about Pestering City other than one of my favorite gym leaders, Crasher Wake. Foreshadow! What's the Sesame Street word of the day? Bias! Bias is a real shame, because if it weren't for my personal opinions, Pallet Town would be at the #1 spot. Who doesn't love this place? It marked the very first time a child would leave their home to go on an epic adventure. And you can't beat nostalgia like that. For many fans, including myself, stepping out of my house and seeing Professor Oak marked a beautiful trip, not just through Kanto, not just through all the Pokemon games, but into the remarkable world of video games and even life. It is absolutely one of the most special places in all of video game history, among other such scenes such as Hyrule Field, Peach's Castle, and Dreamland. But unlike those places, it was neither a hub world nor was there strife and competition. It was merely the beginning of your quest. It was home, and a great home at that. My personal favorite, however? Mauville City was only implicitly important in Hoenn. There's really nothing all that special about it on the surface, aside from the bike shop and its centrality to the entirety of Hoenn. You have to remember though, this is personal. This place lies dead in the center of my favorite game ever, and is a constant returning point. You have to go through Mauville City in order to get to Rustboro from Verdanturf, to the desert, to Fall Arbor, and to the second half of your journey after defeating Norman, your father. Yes, Saffron is like that in Kanto, but Saffron only really gets you surf and lets you take a shortcut. Also, even though other places have it too, Mauville has one of my favorite songs in the game. That will forever keep it as my favorite city or town in the entirety of Pokemon. What is your favorite city or town in Pokemon? Please leave it in the comments below along with suggestions, and don't hesitate to give this video the old thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.